welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to be making
pasta.
If you're one of my close friends, you know that I absolutely
adore pasta.
Pasta is probably my favourite food. We're going to be making it today. This is semolina flour. If you don't have this, it's completely fine. And this is 00 flour, pasta flour. But if you don't have that, plain flour is perfect. Here is the recipe for today's video. Get everything measured out and ready, and let's get on with the video. So mix your flour and a pinch of salt together and then pile it high onto the table here.
Then make a well in the middle.
Just like so. And then we're going to get our eggs. Here I have 2 whole eggs and the rest is just a yolk that I didn't use in my meringues for last week's video. So I'm just going to go ahead and mix them up. The weight should have been 250 grams, but if you're slightly off, like 5 grams off, it's fine because you never know, you might need a bit of water. So now I've whisked them up so they're a nice orangey colour, and I'm just going to pour them into the centre of my well. It looks like a big egg. So now what you're going to do is you're just going to slowly start bringing in flour from the sides and mix till you have a paste. And when you do have a paste, you're going to put the fork away and just use your hands. I'm probably around now 1 minute off of getting rid of the fork and starting to use my fingers. As you can see, it's becoming a lot more resistant to the flour.
So now I'm just going to get rid of the fork and make sure that any excess that was left on the fork is now into my nice big gloop. And I'm just going to start bringing it together using my hands and folding it in like a pastry.
Okay, so if it's still a little dry and a bit hard to manage, then you're just going to add a small drop of water, but at the moment it should be looking a bit like Play-Doh, but slightly less wet. So guys, guess what I did? I forgot to add my oil into the egg while I was pouring it in. I was starting to get a bit suspicious of why it was so dry, so now there's a little bit of egg left over. I'm just going to add my 10 ml of oil into my pasta right here. Just made a little hole in the middle and get mixing again. So this is exactly how it should look. It should look kind of crumbly, but you just have to keep going and kneading it all together. It's going to get all over your hands, but that is fine. Make sure that all the flour is nicely in. It's coming into a ball now, but it's still got a
long way to go.
So that's properly all mixed up together. So now that we've got it into a ball and all the flour is nicely cooperated in, we have to knead it for another 5 or 7 minutes. I'm telling you guys, it's a complete and utter
workout.
But the end result is absolutely worth the wait. If you do not fancy doing this workout and waiting very long time just to make sure that everything is properly kneaded in, you can use the dough hook on your KitchenAid just to give it a few more minutes of this, but personally I like to do it by hand. It should become like a baby's bottom. Okay guys, so I got really tired of kneading it, so I just put it into the KitchenAid for around 5 minutes with the dough hook, and now it should look like a plasticine and it should look really smooth and really soft. So now what you're going to do is you're going to wrap it up in cling film and put it in the fridge. So I have wrapped up my dough and I'm just going to put it in the fridge over there for at least half an hour, but preferably 1 hour. Also, you want to make sure that you have
no cracks,
because that's when bits get dry. It's fine underneath, but on top, you want no cracks. I'm just going to pop that in the fridge right there. Now we wait. So my pasta dough has now set in the fridge for an hour. Here I'm just going to cut around 50-60 grams worth of pasta dough. With some flour here, we're just going to
Flatten it out.
and there is it all nicely rolled out. A pasta machine. So I will be using a pasta machine right here, but you do not need one. If you just roll it out really thinly, then that is absolutely fine, and then you can cut it out with a floured knife. But if you do have a pasta machine, this is what you're going to do. We're going to make sure that it's set to the first setting.
There we go. And now we are going to roll it through, like so.
And one more time.
Roll it through, like this.
And now what we're going to do is we're going to fold it to 2/3, and then the other one all the way back right here, and then put 2 little finger marks there so it stays shut. And now we're going to
Push it in again. It's going to be a bit of a harder fold to make. And now we just go again, but turn it around.
this will just bring a bit of layering to the pasta. So my pasta dough might look as if it's in a very odd shape at the moment, but that is completely fine. So now what we're going to do is change the setting to the next one up, and you're going to go through it 3 times for each setting until you get up to number 6. By passing it by 3 times every time and changing the setting, this will make your pasta dough
Thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner.
every single time till you have a very nice thin sheet. Okay, bakers, this is a very important part of what we're going to do now. So I have changed the handle so that we have a gridded roller thing, so that it will come out a nice thin tagliatelle. So as you can see, it's being shredded, and you just want to continue doing that.
Continue.
Then when you have round halfway, just hold it with your hand like so. Here is my tagliatelle, and here I have a little hanger. I am just going to put my tagliatelle on the hanger like so, and going to let it dry on a little rack. Hopefully they come out nicely. Fresh pasta, delicious. Okay, so now the pasta has dried slightly, and now we're ready to have dinner. So I'm just collecting it all and putting it on the counter so it is ready to go straight into the pot. I've scooped up all the pasta and we're going into the pot. Slowly lower it, and the second it's all in, set the timer to 1 minute and 30 seconds. When you're cooking pasta, make sure to always stir the pot around and keep some extra water for the sauce that you're going to be using. So this is my end result. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and that your pasta turned out well. Give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you want to. Bye!